Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go to talk about some very interesting news with you guys that are bullish. So we are going to talk about something Tether. We are going to talk about Japan. We are going to talk about some altcoins. We are going to talk about where the price should be until the halving, and why there could be a 400% rally from now coming in. So that all is very interesting. And then also we are going to cover Ecomi price action, unfortunately to the downside, and we are going to cover what is going on with Veve at the moment. But all of that right after the intro. Good morning, every one of you. I hope you're doing well, doing fine. I see a lot of you already in the chat. Dreads is here. Yo, brother, what's going on, Dreads? Welcome to the stream. Motili, good morning. Zach and G-Money, my rare hodlers, what is going on? So, guys, make sure to push this stream out with a like right away, just in case you haven't done it yet, but I know you are doing that usually right away. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. If you're new here, I would like to welcome each and everyone in these morning streams. And if you want to become a rare hodler, like all these other guys here, then you just have to become a channel member to support this channel in this way. No problem at all, and then you will be in the highlight. By the way, where's my chat? There's the chat. So let's jump right in with all of that. But first, sip of coffee. Okay, there we go. News. So we all know that Tether FUD has been very heavy during the entire bear market and even beyond, also because they are minting new Tether all the time. They also burn Tether to maintain the price stable, but there's always FUD going on that this could be unbacked stuff. So now we see some good news from Tether, which will give some confidence to the market. Finally, some good news for Tether. Class action lawsuit dismissed by judge. So that is good. In a significant legal victory, cryptocurrency companies Tether and Bitfinex have successfully fended off a class action lawsuit. Plaintiff claimed that Tether was dishonest about its reserves. However, the U.S. District Court of Southern District of New York rejected this lawsuit. Seems to be that there was not enough evidence for this. They have to prove funds, so that is something very good. Oh, good morning, Green Lantern. Good morning, hodlers. Yeah, absolutely. I hope you are feeling well after yesterday's pump. But the real big deal here, obviously, is not Tether, but it is this. Binance in Japan is listing 13 new tokens, including Near and Optimism, and that is good because availability for crypto in Japan was lately a little bit low. You will see why. So you see here they are listing these 13 new tokens: Hashgraph, HBAR, Near Protocol, Optimism, Immutable X, Arbitrum, The Graph, which I'm a big bullish on, Render Token, Decentraland, EOS, Gala, Apecoin, Clayton, and Lisk. And these listings are scheduled for November the 27th. So these 13 altcoins are going to have exposure in Japan from the 27th. And then we see here, this is another big step towards our ambition to offer 100 tokens in Japan. So they don't offer much if you consider that This will not conclude the 100, and until now these 13 are not listed. So that is the general manager of Binance Japan, and basically, he says we will continue striving to enrich our service offering in Japan by leveraging our global expertise and leading blockchain ecosystem. Binance Japan was launched in August following Binance's acquisition of local licensed crypto exchange Sakura Exchange. Sakura Exchange Bitcoin. So this is very interesting move, right? Because they are acquiring an already regulated exchange that is not so big to have a regulated subsidiary in Japan. So they acquire this and then they can launch exposure there. I think that is really, really good. Andre Omigeko says, good morning, PH. Hey, what's going on? And Sven Jan. Damn. Let me take a sip of coffee. Sven, okay? I have my difficulties, but I will. Yeah, anyways. I don't know why I can't get this name done. But did buy some Ecomi and Vechain recently. Good morning. So Sven, good morning to you. Sorry about the name the name spaghetti there, but it is what it is, right? Usually I'm quite good with languages, but I've I cannot see how I can spell that without having a knot in my tongue. Anyways, but there's more here. So they renamed this the Move market. Binance's re-entry into Japan. This is after country's financial regulator had again warned it of operating without permission. So they just said, okay, let's buy something that has permission. Notably, Binance rivals Coinbase and Kraken have recently exited the Japanese market. So Coinbase and Kraken exited after such warnings. They just made the smarter move. I think that is big, also big for Binance, because also Binance had some FUD about them going to be bankrupt and everything implode and so on. Doesn't look like it if we are seeing headlines like this. All of that very interesting. Now, I want to have us listen a little bit about these here to Kathy Wood on Squawkbox. She's talking about spot Bitcoin ETFs, and I think it's interesting to just see, oh, by the way, that is not centered, there you go, to see what she has to say, and how this all sounds like right from the source. So it's only going to be 1 to 2 minutes maximum, and then we'll talk about it.
ETFs, and then I want to go broad and sort of get your sense of where the market is and where crypto's going and what's happening here. But tell us about these ETFs specifically and what you're trying to do.
Yes, with our partner 21 Shares, which is the largest crypto ETP provider in the world, mainly European focused, we are launching 5 ETFs. The strategies are going to be around Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures. One will be Bitcoin futures and cash. One will be Bitcoin futures and Ethereum futures. And then the last one will be broader Bitcoin and companies exposed to digital assets, right, equities.
How much of this is a dress rehearsal in your mind for a moment in which the SEC says, okay, cat's out of the bag, you can actually issue an ETF that's directly invested in Bitcoin?
Well, it certainly is a dress rehearsal. We think there's a place. I think these strategies will be more probably institutionally focused, and then I think the spot coin Bitcoin ETF will be perhaps more retail focused.
Is that something you want to do eventually?
A spot Bitcoin?
Yes.
Yes. What's interesting about it is, if you look at the pecking order, our filing is next in line.
No, I know you're on the list. So
yes.
The question. So let me ask you about that, because I think, and the question is actually.
So that is actually the plan here. I mean, she has the fund ARK Invest, or the investment firm ARK Invest, and as we have heard, they are as well, as much as futures ETFs and so on. They are also about to list the spot Bitcoin ETF that they have filed for, and that she says that some of these ETFs are more institutional driven, and some of them are more for the retail investor. So they want to give the opportunity for institutions and retail investors to put capital into crypto. And also she said that there will be mixed ETFs with crypto exposure and with exposure to firms that have crypto operations going on. So also very interesting, because that basically makes people that would not want to invest directly into crypto with a 100% exposure to crypto, still putting some fraction of the money into crypto at the same time as they are investing in firms. So that is very interesting in my opinion. Sven says, when Cathie Wood is popping up after a while, I get bullish. Last time CRISPR AI bull run, she was there in the beginning of the year and bull market. Yeah, true. Cathie Wood has a pretty nice track record of bullish things that she said, and some of them were even overshot. I think in the very beginning she was laughed out of the room when Cathie Wood was in the room and telling that at that time that Tesla stock would go beyond $400 or so, sitting at $40, and everyone was like, yeah, true, bullshit, right? So yeah, that happened. And then after a while, when I think at that time the stock wasn't split and the stock went to $1,000, everyone was okay. Maybe she has something, right? And then yeah, she made some other predictions as well. And don't forget, she made the prediction that AI plus this bull run is going to complement each other in the sense of technology innovation curves and so on. She believes that Bitcoin is going to 500,000 in their bear case. So yeah, crazy. Sven says you are in Germany, but it's a Belgium name. Okay. So it's Dehanis, maybe it's that. Maybe that's correct. Maybe you can say. Evan is saying, good morning PH, nighttime here. How are you feeling about OMI? Seems regulations has stalled OMI, hoping for an extreme. It's been forever since the exchange listing, yeah. So how am I feeling about this? Let's talk about this in a second. Let's just quickly continue here, because I want to show this to you. So this is the stock to flow model, right? And this person here on Twitter says, whenever people like it or not, or whether people like it or not, Bitcoin price will probably follow the stock to flow line for most of 2024. Which means that we are still, because stock to flow says $50,000, which means that we are off the price by $12,000 to $13,000 at the moment. Yeah, still from the downside to the fair value. And I want to highlight this quickly, because you see, first of all, the stock to flow basically includes that after the halving, the supply of Bitcoin drastically diminishes, that is there for investors to get. You see this here, every time the halving, this is the gray dotted line, kicks in, the stock to flow average pumps up, right? And then goes flatline again. Here we see where the line will be the next one, between 100,000 and 1 million, right? What usually happens is that the price is getting magnetically pulled to the line, overshoots and gets magnetically pulled back to the line. And pre-halving, it tries to stick to the line. So if you want to look at this here in the first one, we see that before this line even really exists, it gets pulled to the line, underperforms in the bear market under this line, and gets pulled to the line right at the halving, overshoots, gets pulled to the line, and underperforms in the bear market. Right pre-halving here, we are directly on fair value. We break out, we're on fair value after, rally with it, overshoot, get magnetically pulled back. Yeah, and then seems to be an outlier here. This bear market must have been really, really bullish. And then now, basically, it seems, or at least where we are right now with the stock to flow, with the old stock to flow, is that we are still underperforming the where we should be on that stock to flow model. And at the same time, you can see that under and above are highlighted here in green and red. And yeah, the price fluctuates around this. So we should be, according to stock to flow, at 50,000 fair valuation at the halving. And it seems that the price right now is getting magnetically pulled to that point. But here's another figure, right? So this analyst here, he's saying that the macro index for Bitcoin suggests expansion and is echoing a 400% bull run surge. Yeah. So let's look at this. So this is a lot of text, a ton of text, but the real critical part is in this here, which is this macro index, the Capriole Bitcoin macro index, over 40 of the most powerful Bitcoin on-chain and macro market metrics combined in a single machine learning Bitcoin fundamental value model. What does this model say? This model says that the moment that we flip this white line, we are in a Bitcoin expansion mode. And usually from there, we have at least a 400% rally going on for the next 2 years, more or less. So we see this here from the last bear markets. Every time there is this phase, so to say, here, where we are, where there's slowdown, where there is bear market activity, and then we have the green phases, which are expansion and the end of expansion, right? So, and here we see also that the last bear market was the last bull market was very different from the one before. So now we have just flipped this line. Excuse me, guys. So now we have just flipped this line to the upside on November the 12th. And so that suggests that from here there must be a 400% rally, or there should be, which puts us at 189,000 if we measure that in the chart, more or less. So that is bullish, in my opinion. Let's quickly talk about something in the altcoins. That is only for you to know if you want to be informed about the altcoins, obviously. Polygon DEX volume catapults to 8-month high amid 895% surge, not in price, but in DEX activity. This is a nice artwork here, by the way. So here we see it. Polygon just recorded its highest daily DEX volume in over 8 months. And that means that this DEX volume is always something that gets people bullish, because basically it means that that layer is used quite a bit. Guys, by the way, we have 15 people here, so if you could smash up the like button here for the Crypto Morning Coffee, that would be amazing. So we should at least have some 15 likes under the video. Unless you are driving, then you are excused from smashing the like button. We don't want to put anyone in danger. Then maybe if you could manage it afterwards, I would be really happy. Now, So we see this here. I think Polygon is a very good altcoin for the bull run. And I want to show you something with regards to OMI. So here's this altcoin Celestia, TIA, and hits a new all-time high. Soars 150% on Bitfinex listing. So that is not Binance, that is not Kraken, that is not KuCoin, but Bitfinex. And this altcoin just got listed, nothing else. Celestia token skyrocketed 156% in a week, recording an all-time high of 641. TI's resilience, trading volume highlight its growing prominence, and so on. That means, if we would get a listing on Bitfinex, wait a second, we have Bitforex, right? Yeah, just that I don't confuse it. So with OMI, we could look at with one Bitfinex listing, we could easily look at a performance 100 to 150% pump out of the OMI token, just because of whatever medium-sized exchange listing the OMI token. Yeah, that would be possible. And with that, let's look at the charts here. Because Evan also asked about it, but let's look at the charts quite a little bit. Hey, Evan, you just subscribed. Welcome to the fam. Great stuff. Thank you very much and welcome. So let's not look at all the charts, only selected charts. One needs to be Bitcoin. It's clear. Weekly performance is still green. So it's working its way up. My guess, and this is only a guess because it's a little bit weird right now to have this action, this price action, is we are overbought. Doesn't mean anything in a bull market. We can still rally higher, but we are overbought at the moment for Bitcoin. And my guess is that at some point we'll have trouble with this resistance line and that we will have a pullback unless the spot ETF gets approved and the window is still open another 2 days, 1 day, another day, I think only tomorrow, for approving spot Bitcoin ETF. Now, quickly, you remember, I think that is, am I on the logarithmic chart? Yeah, so I was on the logarithmic just for price target. You remember that we have talked about this cup and handle pattern, right? Here with this breakout, where we derived that number from. Yeah, over the time, even if we have a smaller pullback, we should reach this level here over the next time, and that has some major confluence with what I said before about stock to flow, that the fair value is more or less at 50,000. So it coincides with our price target here. Doesn't mean we cannot have a pullback and then continue our rally. And there's still some time going to pass. Evan says, sorry, I thought I was subscribed already. Happy to be here. Hey, thank you very much, and no problem, because that happens to me all the time as well. But that way you will at least have my stuff suggested to you in the feed, so that is good. So guys, yeah, check if you're subscribed. If not, we are happy to have your the subscriber widget going off on the stream quite a bit, or to see new numbers afterwards. Yeah. Good. So this is Bitcoin. I mean, now let's look at. You guys know, or some of you know. Let's get a little bit zoomed out here. Some of you know that I have placed my Bitcoin top prediction here at 135k. So overshooting 100k, motivated target. But if you were to measure the 400% from that indicator from Bitcoin, we would be at, there we go, from here, we would be at 189,284. So that is, according to that indicator of that macro indicator with AI learning and I don't know what, that would be the target. How could such a bull run look? If we have our little pullback here, it looks like this. And then we rally, and then we come a little bit down here, and then we are going testing this, and then here we are in the halving, and then the halving comes in, and then we break out, and then we have a rally, pullback, rally, pullback, rally. Bitcoin tops out, blow off top or something like that, a little bit sideways, tops out, complacency phase, realization of bear market collapse, boom, a capitulation, whoop, next next bear market trough, right? This is, sorry for that, the last part was a little bit behind the chat, but you get the idea, right? This is how it could look like, right? And then you would have the halving coming in here, right? Here, more or less. So that is on the chart. If you look at the downside, 1st of April 2024, more or less, and then whoop, rally. Maybe that's it. But there's one thing where we could say, maybe flawed, because what if the spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved here? Then probably we are not sticking around at our 46,000. Then we are going directly retesting all-time high, probably. I don't know. But yeah, so this is how it could look. My imagination plus my target here overshot right now. So maybe I have to adjust this a little bit, but who knows? So maybe it's between that bull target and my target. Maybe I am too conservative with what is going to go on. But yeah, maybe we can, I don't know, how can I do this? Maybe I can take this and move this here so I can do my normal stuff here, and then we just put that back on this on the 16th of November, where we are right now. What is the date of today? And then we can see how accurate it was, just for fun. Yeah. So that could be something. Now, let's talk also about altcoins and potential altcoin rally. So we have still 3 days to confirm a breakout here of Ethereum. So Ethereum is working major resistance here and has formed this rising wedge or something like that. Not really. It's an ascending triangle, and the measured move for this ascending triangle would be actually if you take then I took a conservative approach on this, but I mean, if you take this, it would be close to all-time highs. Would be actually a 4,000 Ethereum, right? So yeah, but Ethereum is breaking out at the moment, and the question is, will there be something? I mean, I only really trust in such breakouts when we are having this on the weekly. Let's check on the daily. There we go. Yeah, so that's still not the daily. TradingView is trolling me. There we go. So seems like, yeah, it broke down into it again. Now it's up again. So really on the weekly you see it more clear that you want to have. So we had this breakout out of the falling wedge that happened, right? Price target is somewhere above, so we should close above. And if we close above, we could see something like a mini altcoin season on this breakout. Because if Ethereum usually moves together with the altcoins. I mean, we have seen it right now. That is quite a big move, right? So yeah, why not? So that could be theoretically, there could be a target. Where is let's put the price target on. Let's be degen and put the price label onto that bullish target and the non-conservative approach for Ethereum, and the other one is here at 356. So that would be more or less 100% gain, right, if that happened. And it's nowhere clear. It's not even all-time high then for Ethereum. So there's still a lot to come for the altcoins. I am hoping actually that we get some kind of a pullback first, so that there is another chance to load up on altcoins, because that pullback, that little tiny pullback that we had was very, very small, right? And then also Bitcoin dominance is important for altcoins. So you see here that Bitcoin dominance has actually bounced. So it seems that on this last pump, so or it is about to bounce, so to say, here, and we could continue the rally on Bitcoin without going off in the altcoins. So usually you would see Bitcoin dominance collapse if you want a major move out of the altcoins. It happens that it's a one causes the other, right? If altcoins are going crazy and outperform Bitcoin, dominance is going down. But right now it seems from a technical standpoint here on the weekly that Bitcoin dominance is about to bounce, which would imply that either the altcoins have to correct or that Bitcoin has to outperform the altcoins. If it was to bounce, if it loses this level, then we will get a little altcoin season, in my opinion, which is technically possible also by this. This is the entire altcoin market cap. Looks a little bit like Ethereum, but it's not a ascending triangle in that sense. But we have here our breakout that we called on this channel. So smash up the like button for that call. And right now, the big question is, will there be a retest, or will there be a correction or something, or will we just fly off? Because technically also here we would have, if after refreshing I can show you, we technically also here from a technical standpoint, we have, let's get something like a medium target here. We would still have the market cap of the entire altcoin space to fly off more, 20% more, roughly, out of all altcoins. No problem. Ecomi doesn't contribute to it just yet, but we will see. So let's talk about Ecomi, because it's actually a serious discussion now, and some scenarios. So we're in the non-logarithmic. Let's just look from afar, right? That's the weekly chart for Ecomi, and Ecomi is one of the few coins in the entire market that has not moved significantly upwards. Most of the coins are doing a blip like this and then are moving something like this, right? So have an upwards blip and then some longer correction phase. Ecomi has come almost back down now to its and John Cryptotherapy calls it the fair value gap, which is here. I don't know, according to him. Yeah, and then also Omi had a nice cup and handle forming. Oh wait, yes, but it hasn't concluded the cup and handle. Works until it doesn't. Hindsight bias. Not really, because you have to see one thing. For example, when we talk about this inverse head and shoulders potential, right? Then this is the breakout target. It's not hindsight, because you are waiting basically. For example, you can put a strategy into this and say, hey, I lay low until I'm back here, and if the break of this line confirms and the retest confirms, I will take this move to the upside, right? That's what you can see. Also, what you can see is, you can say, even if I am in a position and I am accumulating, but if I lose this level, I have to mitigate risk, right? Because then I basically, I'm not forming, if I go down more, we are here, if I go down more than this, more than these 20% extra, then I have to mitigate risk, right? Why is Omi falling hard? Yeah, good question. So in my opinion, and that was the case all the time, there are two major factors for Omi falling hard, and it doesn't have anything to do with TA. So that is also something for Dan, right? So first of all, we have talked many times about the whale transactions that have happened. I can search them for you. Let me just quickly go into this here. This is, by the way, Vechain. I will talk about it in a second as well. But let me quickly go to Omi Watcher. So Omi Watcher is a great website to see Omi movements, right? They talk about burns, that they have a bot that automates the trading volume and so on. So if you go past this, you see all larger Omi transactions. And if we can go back to what's easier to find, it was, I think, yeah, here we go. So no, that's the IMX bridge. Where is this mega transaction? You guys have to stop believing that, for example, me losing confidence and selling my $4 million, $4 million, not, I wish, but my 4 million Ecomi tokens, that this is the reason for a move, right? It's not. If I sell my 4 million, it's a blip, yeah? It doesn't really matter. So here is a deposit of $10,000, that doesn't matter. Where's this mega whale transaction? There's so much coming out already. Maybe I have to look up the dates. Where is this transaction? Yeah, so there was a transaction of 2.3 billion deposited to OKX, which is one of the exchanges with the biggest volume. And it was somewhere around when the drop started here. It was somewhere around here. So it was where is my, yeah, there. It was in October or end of November, beginning of November, somewhere. 25 million. No, I can't find it. There's so many transactions going on. But it was, first of all, that these prices got consolidated in one move, right, from two big wallets, ranked 9 and 14 or so, and 2.3 billion, and then another billion, I think, got deposited on OKX. Yeah, and I think that is the reason for the move. I don't know. I can't find it right now. I will pull it up for the next. So and this wallet, more or less, when we consolidated here and bounced here, this wallet started selling into the market. And you have to imagine, if you have a sales volume of or buy and sell together of regularly 700,000. So let's say on a good day, $300,000 of this is purchase. Then you will spend a while with very low liquidity and other people also selling and other people buying what usually was already difficult here. As you see it, 700,000 sales volume and then a couple of OMI is being moved and then already the price dumps, right? It is very hard to sell 2.3 billion into this market. So right now this is happening, and what is important is that we do not lose this low. If we lose this low, where this wick happened, then we are going to drop super hard, right? So I have built my 4 million OMI tokens, which I never thought I will have. It's a nice percentage of my portfolio, but it doesn't destroy my portfolio if it goes away. Yeah. It will be a severe loss, in my opinion, but it will not destroy the portfolio. I'm still banking on that them announcing something in the beginning of the year, still banking on that, and I'm still banking on that at some point exchanges will list the Ecomi token. However, I am not willing to go to DCA all my money into the Ecomi token because that's too risky as a strategy for me. I would not be able to sleep well if I would not DCA into other coins and get and build a position for the bull market in other coins. Jordan said, falling hard, loss of confidence. Sold all. Big A says loss of confidence from Veve community. Sold all my 16 million OMI tokens months ago and bought Matic at 57 cents. Yeah, that could have been a smart move, at least in the medium term, right? Jordan says, hello OMI homies, what glorious times we're in. Yeah, absolutely. Green Lantern says, OMI, no utility, no hype, no new listings, only strong community, hence no pump. Yep, and every price action to the upside gets immediately dumped on by whale, right? So at the moment there is liquidation by whale. Dan says, I'm just chilling. I know the team is aware they can't sustain their business with current sales. Just waiting to see what they have up their sleeve to start turning things around. Green Lantern says still holding 3.5 million OMI though. Yeah. So you have more or less as much as I do. Dan says, I'm just curious how long they can last without upping their user base. We'll look at that in a second. Jordan says, I'm not buying any more OMI. Yeah, that is also what my position is at the moment. There are some other interesting altcoins, in my opinion, that I want to buy, like very degenerate small picks like OpenFabric AI, but also maybe DCA back into GFAL if we see a pullback or so. Doesn't mean that I don't have GFAL anymore. I still have some. Evan says, I just passed 5 million. Didn't think I'd ever get that much. I'd like to get 10 million, but I feel I better start buying other alts before the bull. Currently hoping to see a VRA dip. Might buy. Yeah, I have some Veracity as well. So I like Veracity, and I think the value proposition of Veracity is enormous compared to where they have been in the previous run. Super crazy stuff there with Veracity. Zach says, my goal was 10 million OMI, have 6.5 million, but started diversifying into other projects until we see positive news price action in OMI. Jordan Stout says, Veve team is practicing self-sabotage against OMI again. I have been waiting for things to turn around with the Veve team for some time now. Yeah, it is somewhat true because they don't say anything positive anymore about the Ecomi token. I don't know why that is exactly, but yeah, we're not seeing this pullback from. I mean, you have to see we had this 132% pump, and then we have a 51% correction. So half of the move, basically, or not half of the move. It's actually way more, right? Let's see from this here to where we are right now, we are still up 14% only from the accumulation base. So only 14% in the green if you had bought in this accumulation range. So that, or at the bottom of this accumulation range. So we're not really seeing a turnaround yet. And that is obviously worrying because OMI only pumps on news, right? Big A says, I only want to hold coins. I have high conviction in Matic is something I use every day, so I find holding instead of OMI, even OMI has a higher multiple possible. Yeah. So for me, it's just I want to hold that OMI position in case it does well. In case it goes good with news, because I mean, if we would get just one exchange listing, we would be somewhere here, right? And that would bring if I would DCA a little bit more and bring my average down to 0015 or so, there's really not much needed to get into a good territory, right? So I'm still confident I can make a nice plus with OMI, but I will not risk it all. So I will build up positions. For me, positions that I want to build is the graph, is one of them. I'm really bullish on the graph. So they also have the AI narrative. They have the whole thing with Oracle technologies and data providing and so on. It's a really cool use case. Evan Kerr says, I might try to get 100 to 250,000 VRA coins. Don't know whether to buy some now or wait for Bitcoin correction. Yeah, and that is the risky play right now, because we cannot be sure that Bitcoin is going to stall, or if there is a mini altcoin season coming uplifting all of the altcoins up with it. So that is actually happening. Yeah, I mean, if we get some positive news, if we get finally some OMI utility, then we could really see a banger price action out of OMI. I mean, we have seen before in the previous bull run, OMI was one of the biggest movers, but was also shielded by Logan Paul and so on. So we will see if this can be repeated, right? Yeah, then we see this here. Veve is hiring for mostly contractors, but they are hiring brand director, assistant content editor, digital marketing manager, Salesforce marketing automation specialist, texture artist, and so on. So the typical stuff for for a growing company. So it doesn't seem that they have money problems, and I don't know if the couple of $1,000s that you can liquidate in the market really helps with that. So I'm not quite sure if it's really them who are dropping the price more and more. But for sure, that helps with with Veve to bring Veve onto the next level. So I think that they are really investing in the backbone of the Ecomi token, and hopefully they do not leave the Ecomi token behind. We can only hope for that at the moment. And then we have also some congratulations in place here. Co-founder and CEO David Yu for winning the EY News Master Entrepreneur of the Year in New Zealand award. So that is insane for him, yeah, to rush that quickly as an entrepreneur and getting this award. So congratulations to David Yu. Probably he will not see this, but anyways, I said it. Yeah, really happy for him. Now, David, you should give the community an award for sticking around with all that what is happening right now. Because I think also this success is heavily built by the community, and not only but surely 100%, not only 100%, but surely a big percent by the community. But yes, of course, everyone who's working day and night at Veve is obviously to applaud for such success. So this title is hopefully brought home for each and every one of us also. Jordan says they need to table the metaverse and get the fundamentals going. No blockchain specialists. Yeah, they have already hired the blockchain team according to them. So meaning that something has been done, right? I mean, I don't think they would lie about an entire blockchain team. So something is being done, and if that is enough to write the narrative of how insane the Ecomi token is, then I think it should be a really nice play here. Yeah, that I already showed. Sorry, that got in the mix here. I wanted to show you one more thing on Etherscan, because actually, even with all of that, what is going on, the number of unique holders is at an all-time high again. It was here at 159, and then here now it broke it at 169. So compared to this, we have 10 more wallets holding at least one token, and that is important to look at these numbers and instead of other metrics, because new wallets, I don't care about new wallets, because new wallets can just buy some tokens and then dump them all and make some gems. Whereas unique token holders, if that is going up all the time, and I mean, you see here from this level to this level, we are slowly creeping up here and getting a couple of new holders here and there. And actually, probably also through the Disney pins that are the Pinnacle project that is coming to flow, we will also gain some new holders, people that are discovering through that there are NFTs. I saw some people asking, how can I buy these things on Veve, and some other people from the fam explaining it to them. So maybe we can get some new users here that also want to discover stuff like Marvel comics, and that would be good if we get existing users from the crypto space into the Veve app as well that have not been there and that can scoop up some collectibles. Overall, I just want to tell you or show to you here, and now I will get everything out of the space really. In terms of whale wallets, right? So it's still the case that whales are accumulating. So let's look at the net accumulation here. Vechain is at 35.5 thousand collectibles and has not stopped. And also the wallets 5, 6, and 7 are accumulating 130, 193, and 62. And then here are a couple of wallets, 170, 155, and 300 collectibles accumulated. And also here some smaller accumulation in the 50s. So you have to, even if this looks small, you have to see one thing. This is still 60 and 50 collectibles per week. It's not that these are small numbers. Even if you imagine you buy 10 or 16 or 20 collectibles per week, I'm not buying at that frequency. I bought one collectible last week, right? So there are still a lot of wallets that are purchasing. Also in the lower ranks, here's one with 53 collectibles. So some of them climbing the ranks. Here's one with 36 way down below, so almost outside of the top 100. So currently to be in the top 100 you need 2,946 collectibles. So there are a couple of wallets that are just recently joined the top 100. So it's getting closer to 3,000 collectibles to be in the top 100. And we see that whales are sitting very at the top. You see it here. These whales are still confident and still accumulating. And you could argue, clearly this doesn't mean that everything is going right, but you could argue that there are a couple of people with money, maybe smart money, that are still accumulating. So on the Veve side, it seems that people are betting on a return of a big bull run for digital collectibles and NFTs, and we saw that also other projects are banking on this, making headlines right now, and we will see if attention money is flowing back into Veve as well. I believe it will. Jordan says they need to I already read that. Jordan says, very lucky guys to have bought in now as new holder. Not really lucky, right? I mean, if they found it now and they just don't know what they do, then they are lucky. But there are also people that just say, okay, let's look around what is right now in the NFT space cheap and branded, and let's move into that, right? So that clearly there's also calculation. And I mean, the whales that they have been buying in the bull market, some collectibles, they are now adding to their position, except of Dr. Profit. I don't know. I think he thinks his bags are packed still during the bull run. But other whales are seeing their chance now to pack up some more collectibles in Veve for the bull run. And I mean, you can on collectibles. You have an upside potential that is almost unlimited, because you never know when seller exhaustion hits. But on the other hand, you also have limited liquidity. If prices go up, there will be a lot of if prices start slowly creeping up, there will be a lot of sellers at the beginning, people that just want to get out of their position. But after a while, there will be also a lot of people that only have 50 to 60 collectibles that don't even realize that the bull run is back until very into the bull run, when they check it out, when they hear about it from other people. So yeah, very cool. Jordan says, are these new whales still using the gem stores? I don't know, actually. No idea. I cannot say for sure. I don't know if they are new whales. These are whales that are buying. I don't know how Bezosman is buying, but for sure they have the means to get gems. But if it's from other users, then it just means that these other users are taking an L on their gem, right, to be able to cash out. Yeah, maybe there is a way for those in cash out restricted countries to get rid of their gems, to sell it maybe OTC for a discount. But at some point also there will be a gem exhaustion on that, because you cannot really make profits anymore in the app. And at some point this will come to a halt when some collectibles are so cheap that a whale just needs a couple of $1,000s to scoop up everything. And the first ones are the one with low scarcity, where some seller exhaustion will hit. So we have seen it already that some secret rares went from 90 to 200 gems because there was just not sellers anymore. And then it trickled down again because some people were listing that to take this 100% on their profit. And then obviously there's not enough liquidity in the bear market and price is coming slowly back down. And then at some point people will buy it for another hold and then it will pump back up. So I think over the next 1 to 2 years we will see also gains in Veve once again. I have some Marvel comics that I want to accumulate still on my list. But that is something for another day. So guys, make sure to smash up the like button. We had at times we had almost 30 people here, so this seems to be a common thing now. Excitement is coming back also for me. So if you enjoy these daily live streams, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, tick the little bell to always get notified when I come online for Crypto Morning Coffee, and stay tuned for some smaller quick update videos on different topics here on altcoins, on Bitcoin. So yeah, let's get this together, let's grow together. And guys, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night or afternoon. And I see you in the next Crypto Morning Coffee tomorrow or on another video. So guys, it was really amazing today. I really loved the discussion. Thank you all for being here. And I can't wait for the next live stream with you. I really enjoy this stuff. So have a good one. Bye.